I have to get it in motion. Let's 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 get it in motion.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha-ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We have an interconference showdown here in Boston, where the Celtics will square off. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
I mean, what a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Tatum. Tatum a screen. Oh, Tatum in position. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And Smith with the stuff.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
Outside Arenas. And Thompson sends it back. Out to Duncan. Eason gets a wide open look. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Arenas. Over in the corner, Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Floats one up. Good D by Thompson. And it's Houston on the break. Duncan outside. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porzingis. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And Thompson sends it back. It's stolen by White. Outside Arenas. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Down low, White. That's good, and Arenas with the assist. White's got 5 points so far.
Well, Derek White fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Pass to Smith. Over Tatum. And it's Smith missing. The Celtics with the lead. Brown wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. Here's Thompson. Still without a basket. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Arenas can't hit.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Misses the three. Austin with the ball. They trail by one. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Thompson outside. Smith outside. The three ball. The three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
The Rockets 14.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness. In the open floor, very difficult to slow down.
Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
Yep. Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Now here's Van Vliet. Now Tate. Pass to Green. Now here's Şengün. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Şengün's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Houston. Arenas goes in. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
And such creativity from Arenas. Some of the ball handling moves he pulls out are just unguardable.
Pass to Şengün. And it's White with the rebound. Boston trailing. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And it's Whitmore missing. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Tatum with the finish on a beautiful break.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
Here's Şengün. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Jason Tatum with a little pocket pass in the pick and roll? That's nice.
Pass to Şengün. Takes it off the glass. Şengün's got 5 points so far.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Substitution on the court.
Holiday with it. Pass to Horford. The Rockets pull it in. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Duncan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Houston shooting their first free throws of this game.
Wow. What, he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Pass to Eason. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And stolen by Thompson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting for Houston.
Taken 3rd overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
Celtics leading by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, how about the agility from Green, finding a way to get to his spot despite the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Horford. Over Green. Hits the jump hook. Horford's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
And the shot goes in. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking a three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And Boston has possession. A 2-point game. Oh!
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
Smith outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 6. Here's Duncan. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Duncan's got 8.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Arenas. Lays it up off the glass.
Just cooking the D inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
Van Vliet looking around. Duncan gets a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
And Smith already understands you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Gilbert Arenas. Again, Duncan missing. Celtics leading by 6. Outside, White. Pass to Brown. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Now here's Arenas. Back to Tatum. Shot, high post. Duncan grabs the rebound.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
It's good.
Don't let the diminutive size fool you. That's a big-time explosive drive right by the defense. We see you, Fred VanVleet.
A 3 from Porzingis. Nuggets trailed by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Out to Duncan. Over Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
Clearly a foul.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Celtics leading by 3. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And it's Houston's ball. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 to shoot. Şengün with the bucket.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Pass to Horford. That's tipped. And it's the Rockets on the break. And Tate throws it down.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little, and finally now taking the lead.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Here's Pritchard. And they get it. Connects from three-point range. Pritchard's got his second bucket of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Holiday following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. There's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
To the inside. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Şengün with a wide open look. The Rockets again can't hit. Boston leading by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. Pass to Hauser. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 18. Fires it from 19. Kornet can't get it to go.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game in both teams.
The Rockets, 45.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Screen by Smith. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And White slams it in.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
Duncan outside. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Good on the shot. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Duncan. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Now here's White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Arenas. Three-pointer. The kick out to Tatum. Here is Arenas. And they double up Arenas. A second chance effort. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now here's Brooks. On the wing, Duncan. Nice D from Porzingis. Celtics leading by 3. Back to Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Duncan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Out to White. Out to the right wing. Pass to Brown. Arenas with it. Back to Brown. And here's Porzingis. Outside Arenas. Brown outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Assisted.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Arenas, and they'll get another chance. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
1:37 left to play in the final quarter. So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead. Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
1:32 left to play here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Adams. Good work there as it goes.
Wow, Steven Adams continuing to evolve. How about the clutch delivery?
Over in the corner, Brown. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
1:04 left in the fourth. Takes the three. Eason grabs the board.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Adams' shot is off. And here is Tatum. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead. Knocked loose. It's stolen by White. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked. And they get it back. 20 seconds left in the game. 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Eason.
Steven.
So we see Boston get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Kind of spoiled and rude, and there's not much that I